Alright, today's day 8 of the small account challenge, and we're up 39.75 before commissions, and after commissions we're up 22.07, around 22. Three trades today, one break even, one red, and one green. Our break even trade today was on CWBR, a lower price stock, at around $2 when we got in. We got in for the break of the pivot of we were looking for the break of 219, and so we were able to take a max of 800 shares, and I saw this beforehand. So I was doing 200 share increments and adding in as it was squeezing up. Unfortunately, I had my first order to take profit at 221, and then my next at 223. Unfortunately, we didn't even break 20, and I had to stop out for break even at 216. Nothing much there. I could have taken profit at 220, but that would have only been 20 bucks, and then after commissions like 10. So it was break even either way. If it broke over and started ripping past 20 up to our next level resistance, which was at 24 and then 40, or 30, then it would have been a much better trade, especially on 800 shares. So a lot of our commissions come from that trade though. Almost $10 in commissions is simply just from that trade because it is 800 shares. Next trade we took was GTIM. This one was, we also scaled into it. It was a max of 250 shares, but this one was a bit more choppy, as you can see here. We were looking for this wedge pattern right here, where we have this trend line right here. I'm sorry, whenever I close my platform, all the trend lines go away. Let's see here. There we are. And another one over here. We had it drawn like that. So we had this top here at 608. I initially got in here at 92 and 93 for the move up to 608. We get up to 604, and it doesn't break the trend line, and I should have taken profit after it didn't break. Should have taken my 5 cents off the table. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit stubborn. I'm thinking, okay, well, if we just wait till the end of this where they meet, we can see if, well, like this is supposed to meet right here, right? I'm like, okay, if I get out for like a 5 cent loss there, and then, so if I'm only risking 5 cents at that point, then wouldn't it be better to wait for the break of that and see if it actually does go? Um, uh, after about 6, 7 minutes after we test this trend line, and we test it like 3, 4 times, I'm seeing that it's really holding that resistance, and so I get out half my positions for a 2 cent loss, and then I add back in a couple minutes later as it's going back over these EMAs. I was thinking it was gonna curl here, and then all of a sudden my chart starts doing weird stuff around here. I wasn't loading anything. There was volume there, but I wasn't loading anything. It was just like a data issue for about 2 minutes, or actually it was from here all the way till here. We didn't really get to have any data load in. And that's exactly where my breakout spot is. So it breaks, it false breaks, it comes down. Um, I'm thinking, okay, as long as it holds, as long as it holds 83, we're fine. Holds VWAP, we're fine. It breaks, and I stop out at 80 uh, for a $31 loss, 36 after commissions. And from here, I'm down 50 on the day, and I'm thinking, I was thinking about cutting the day there. However, about 9 minutes later, I was watching. Okay, so on FULC, I was just done trading GTIM, and I come over to FULC, and it's in this range right here. It's right about here. and I have a trend line drawn here at 260, another at 250, and another at the pre-market high of 2142. So we have 5-minute consolidation on this right at, I was looking initially at 260, but then we get another around 5 to 10 minutes of consolidation at 250. I see that we're coming up, and this candle right here is starting to build volume. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we have a small red candle right there, and then I'm starting to increase volume there as we're getting closer to 50. We tap 50 on that candle, we can't break it, come back down, and on this next candle, the second we get to 50, you see that increasing tape volume on the tape, on the time and sales, and I punch the buy button there for 80 shares, and that thing just starts ripping 20 cents at a time, and it was pretty beautiful when you look at it like this. Um, but yeah, it was honestly it was a great trade. I punched it right when I was supposed to. I didn't slip or anything. I had my order set like this. It was at 2055, or no, it was at 2052, something like that, to give it a little bit of space just in case I didn't get filled. Um, but I got filled right at 2050 right there. Yeah, and I had it punched at 2055. There we go. See? And then I executed at 2050. So I timed it perfectly before it even broke 2050. And this thing just starts ripping all the way up. And it just keeps going up. I get out here as this candle goes red. So I got out half for almost $1 or 75 cents profit on half, and then another dollar or something on 20 shares, and then the last 20 shares I got out for, it's almost the same amount as that last 20 shares. I got out there because the candle was going red, and um, I wanted to keep my profit on the day. I had my screen like this, and I was like, okay, I'm actually up on the day. I'm just going to take that off and call it a day because I was just down 50, and now I'm up to 22. So I took it off. In reality, I could have held it. I was already up a lot. I could have held it, but I did want to close the day green, and so I took it off. Yeah, this thing ends up all going all the way up to 23, pretty much uncontested. We have one pullback there, down to 2175, and then there's another entry right there if you wanted to take that, all the way up to 22, 23, another pullback. Yeah, so this was, if you actively traded this, you could have made a lot on it. I had already made 3 trades on the day, so I called it. Wasn't feeling comfortable with the fact that I started off red 50, so I just called it there. And yeah. So right now we're green on the week. About, let's see, today's 22. We were green 13 before that, so 35. We're green on the week 35, and we have 2 more days. I think this could be a pretty good week as long as everything goes according to plan. All right. Let's end this week green just like we did last week, and as long as we can keep on doing that, we can snowball our account. Right now our account value sits at around 1800 flat. We started at 1757, so we're up about 43 bucks on the entire account, which is good. Good for 2 weeks, especially trading with this kind of share size. But yeah, I have some interesting Excel thing to show you at the end of the week to show you just how much I could be up if it wasn't for commissions. I'm not trying to blame commissions or anything, but I use that gross P&L to kind of justify that I'm doing all right here, even though the net PL is kind of, it's like it's almost a third of what my gross PL is. Can you believe that? It's almost 2/3 of my profit is commissions and fees. But that's just because I had so many red days these last 2 weeks. Way more than I ever intended to. I wanted to have maybe 1, maybe 2 red days a week. And I had 3 last week and 1 already this week. So if I can try to get green the rest of the week, that'd be great. And that'll be it for this episode, or this day 8 of the small account challenge. All right. See you guys tomorrow on Thursday for day 9 of the Small Account Challenge. Thank you very much, and peace.